The house had been empty for 17 years when I bought it. Cheap, too cheap. The realtor smiled too wide and talked too fast about fixer-upper potential and great bones, but she wouldn't step inside past the foyer. She handed me the keys at the threshold like they burned her palm. I moved in alone on a Thursday in late autumn. The place smelled of wet plaster and something faintly sweet, like overripe pears left in the sun. Floorboards groaned underfoot as though apologizing for still existing. I told myself it was just settling, an old Victorian breathing after years of silence. That first night, I slept in the master bedroom on an air mattress because the furniture truck was delayed. Around 3 a.m., the temperature dropped so sharply my breath fogged. I woke curled fetal, teeth chattering, and noticed the closet door, solid oak, heavy, was standing wide open. I was certain I'd closed it. I got up, crossed the cold boards, and pushed it shut. The latch clicked with satisfying finality. 5 minutes later, it opened again. Slowly. Not a slam, not a creak, just a deliberate, patient swing inward. I stared at the black rectangle. Nothing moved inside. No draft, no sound. I walked over and closed it harder this time, leaning my weight against it until the wood groaned. Then I dragged the dresser in front of it. Heavy, solid, done. Sleep came in fragments after that. The next morning, the dresser was back in its original spot. Not slid, not pushed. Placed exactly as it had been when I arrived, down to the scuff marks on the floor, matching the legs. The closet door was closed. I laughed, nervous, too loud, and told myself I'd been half asleep, sleepwalking maybe. Stress, new place, whatever. But that night it happened again. The closet opened, wider this time. I didn't get up immediately. I lay there listening. From inside came a soft, rhythmic sound. Tap, 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 like fingernails drumming on wood. Patient, waiting for acknowledgement. I whispered, "Stop it," into the dark. The tapping paused, then resumed, slower, acknowledging me. I didn't sleep after that. By the third night, I was taping the door shut with packing tape, layer after layer, until it looked mummified. When the tape ran out, I used duct tape. Then, an old belt looped through the handles and knotted to the bedpost. At 2:47 a.m., the belt snapped, clean, like scissors had cut it. The door drifted open inch by inch. The tapping started again, but now it was accompanied by a low hum, almost a sigh, coming from deep inside the closet. I grabbed my phone, flashlight on, and shone it in. The closet was empty, just bare hangers, a single bare bulb overhead that hadn't worked. But the back wall, the plaster, was cracked now, a fresh vertical split running floor to ceiling. Something dark glistened along the edges, wet, like sap or blood. I backed away, slammed the door, wedged a chair under the knob. The next day, I called a handyman. He frowned at the crack, tapped the wall. Hollow. Then he pried at the plaster with a flathead. Behind it was another door, smaller, wooden, painted the same faded cream as the walls. No handle, just a keyhole. The handyman laughed uneasily. Old houses have weird shit. He jimmied it open with a crowbar. The space beyond was maybe 3 feet deep, narrow enough to stand in sideways. Dust thick as velvet. And on the floor, a small pile of objects. Children's shoes, tiny patent leather, toes curled from years of waiting. A hair ribbon, once pink, now gray. A single doll's eye, blue glass, staring up. And beneath them all, a folded piece of paper, yellowed, edges crumbling. I unfolded it with shaking fingers. Scrawled in childish block letters, "I'm still here, don't leave me, please." The handyman backed out fast. "I'm not touching that. You need an exorcist or a priest or, hell, just burn the place down." He left. I stayed. That night, I didn't bother barricading anything. I sat on the floor in front of the open closet, staring into the narrow space. The tapping started right on schedule, slower than before, almost hopeful. I spoke aloud for the first time. "I'm here." The tapping stopped. Silence stretched so long I thought I'd imagined everything. Then, from inside the hidden space, came the smallest sound. "Thank you." I felt it then, not cold, not fear. Relief. Deep, bone-level relief that wasn't mine. Something small and weightless brushed past my shoulder as it left the closet. The house went quiet. Truly quiet. No settling groans, no taps, no sighs. The next morning, the crack in the plaster was gone. Smooth wall. The hidden door had vanished too, as though it had never been cut. The shoes, the ribbon, the eye, the note, all missing. I sold the house 6 weeks later. Cash buyer, didn't ask questions. Sometimes driving past at night, I slow down and look up at the master bedroom window. The light is never on, but once, just once, I saw a small silhouette standing there, hand pressed to the glass, waving slowly. Not goodbye, more like, see you soon.